Okay, good morning students. So today we are going to start the last module of this particular subject, environmental laws and policy, and the last module is basically about environmental laws in international perspective. Since I have provided you with complete notes and I am just making these video lectures to help you understand, give you a sense of the important aspects of environmental laws and policy. So let's begin this particular module. So introduction to the right to environment as human right. So students, the environmental rights are as important to human beings as the right to life. Okay, environment, a proper clean environment, fresh air to breathe in, a clean and potable drinking water, safe drinking water, and a serene and clear pollution free surrounding is very much important, and it is almost a fundamental right for all the citizens of our country India, and as well as for other countries of the world. The recognition of right to environment as a fundamental right is a critical issue in global environment or global human right discourse. Often interconnected with other rights, a healthy environment is considered essential for well-being and dignity of individuals and communities alike. The recognition of human right, okay, to a healthy environment has been gaining significance all over the world. This right underscores the intrinsic link between human right and environmental protection, emphasizing that a healthy environment is fundamental to the realization of other human rights, such as right to life, right to health, and well-being. There are many important key aspects of right to environment as human right, and we will discuss this in particular these three lectures. So if we talk about the historical background and evolution of the concept, then the early recognition of the right to environment can be traced back to as early as 1970s, following the United Nations Conference on Human Environment held in Stockholm, which for the first time placed environmental concerns within the context of human rights. So human rights, inclusion of basically environmental laws and environmental rights into the periphery of human rights, was recognized in the Stockholm United Nations Conference. Okay. So United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, which is referred to as UDHR, U capital, D capital, H capital, and R capital. In 1948 also, United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, okay, in the year 1948 it was done, although not explicitly mentioning the environment, but in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR 1948 also, a healthy environment and presence of a or exposure of a human being to a healthy environment was very much encouraged. In the Stockholm Declaration, which we were just discussing, this was the first major international document recognizing the environment's importance and stating that humans have the fundamental right to environment of a quality that permits a life of dignity and well-being. Then in the year 1992, Rio Declaration was done, and this Rio Declaration of 1992, it reinforced the idea that human beings are entitled to a healthy and productive life in a harmony with nature. Then United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights and Environment was also an important milestone in the process of inclusion of environment as a human right, or right to clean environment as a human right. Okay. So the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights and Environment established to promote and protect human rights related to environmental issues. Then as in the year 2021, Human Rights Council recognized for the first time that having a clean, healthy and sustainable environment is a human right. So you just imagine, students, in the year 2021, Human Rights Council for the first time admitted, and they basically passed a law that first time envisages the provisions of having a clean, healthy and sustainable environment as a human right. Then regional agreements from time to time have taken place for inclusion of environment as a human right. For example, African Charter on Human and People's Rights 1981. So Article 24 of that charter provides that all people shall have the right to a general satisfactory environment favorable to their development. An additional protocol to American Convention on Human Rights in the year 1988, the article number 11 recognized the right to a healthy environment, okay, in the American Convention on Human Rights 1988. Then similarly, students, European Convention on Human Rights, which is referred to as ECHR, it does not although explicitly mention the environment, but the European Court of Human Rights has interpreted the right to private and family life included in Article 8 to include the environmental aspects. Then if we discuss about the impact of environmental degradation on human rights, there are health risks if we are not provided with a safe and serene environment. Environmental degradation poses significant health risks such as respiratory diseases, waterborne diseases. You know, students, every year thousands of children in India and millions of children all over the world, lakhs of children all over the world die due to waterborne diseases like diarrhea, dysentery, typhoid, cholera. Why? Because they don't have access to a free and pure, safe drinking water. Just imagine, in the year 2024 also, we are not able to ensure a safe and clean, pollution-free drinking water to children. Then displacement. Increasingly, individuals and communities are forced to migrate due to environmental reasons such as extreme weather events or sea level rise, resulting in loss of homes and livelihoods. There are economic impacts to that also. The aftermath of environmental destruction has a domino effect on the local and global economies, affecting job security and the economic well-being of the communities at large. So there are certain case studies of violation of human rights we have discussed previously also, just like the Chernobyl incident, the nuclear Chernobyl incident, where a large section were exposed to nuclear radiations at Chernobyl in present day Ukraine. Okay. Then the large scale chopping of trees in Amazon tree, even the large scale propagation of forest fire in Amazons, which are referred to as the lungs of the world or lungs of earth, right? Then the famous Bhopal gas tragedy in our country India in the year 1984, where methyl isocyanate was leaked from a factory, and it spread to a area of around 3 kilometers, and people were severely injured due to that. Okay, so these are the various important violation of rights to healthy environment. Then the importance of public participation in environmental decision making. So public participation is very, very essential. It requires basically involvement of each and every human being. Okay, all of the people should be aware of about the environment. They should try to maintain a safe and pollution free environment. They should assist the agencies, the governmental organizations in doing that, and they can also, as a vigilant citizen, report any violation of the environmental laws to the proper agency so that it can be taken care of. The right to a healthy environment is derived from the right of life or right to life under the Article 21 of Indian Constitution of India, as interpreted by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Then several countries have enacted laws to ensure environmental protection and recognize the right to a healthy environment. For example, Environmental Protection Act 1986, which is referred to as the Umbrella Act, it provides a legal framework for the protection and improvement of the environment. Then National Environmental Policy Act passed by USA in 1969, establishes a national policy to promote and enhance the environment. So basically, students, if we talk about the key components of right to environment, so it includes a substantive right to clean air and water, right to a healthy ecosystem, right to environmental informations, right to participation, right to access to justice, and right to education. If we talk about the importance and challenges, then a healthy environment is very much essential, quite essential for human health. A healthy environment is crucial for preventing diseases and promoting overall well-being. A sustainable development, balancing economic development with environmental protection, ensures long-term sustainability. International equity also, protecting the environment for benefit of future generation is required. There are many challenges to that also. Implementation and enforcement in itself is a very much a challenge. Balancing the interest of the economic growth and environmental protection often leads to severe conflicts also. Global disparities are there. Unequal distribution of environmental burdens and benefits, especially between developed and developing nations. There is a tussle going on between developing and developed nations. Okay, the developed nations have exploited the resources, and they expect the developing nations to very sustainably and maintaining a balance utilize the resource, right? They have developed themselves and they expect us to maintain a very balanced system. So it's very quite difficult, right? The right to a healthy environment as a human right emphasizes the fundamental connection between environmental protection and human rights. Its recognition at both international and national level is crucial for promoting sustainable development, ensuring public health, and protecting future generations. You know, students, as global environmental challenges intensify, strengthening the legal frameworks and enforcement mechanisms to uphold this right becomes increasingly important. So, with this, we come to the conclusion of this particular module, and I hope that the lectures that I have shared, you are going through the lectures. If you have any doubt, queries, questions, you are most welcome to ask that, or email me, or you can contact me also. You can meet me in faculty room also. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye and take care.